So look, bro. The Boys series finale came out about a week ago at the time of this recording. And I ain't gonna lie, I really had to wait a week to let it digest. Even though the show not super complex or got a lot of layers to it, especially not in the later seasons, the seasons 4 and 5. And honestly, bro, it's not really much to say that hasn't already been said. Like, I'm not gonna harp on certain character endings like Frenchie, Soldier Boy, The Deep, Sister Sage. Like, we all know they were pretty bad or underwhelming. Butcher really being like the sole exception. Like, his death wasn't masterful. Like, it wasn't as like emotional as it could have been or should have been. It was kind of underwhelming, but I seen what he was going for. But no, forget all of them. I'm here to talk about the main man himself. That being... Now, don't I have some shit to say about this right here, bro. But you know what? It wasn't all bad. Like, I'm gonna get my praises out the way first. His actual death scene, it was fantastic. I wouldn't change a thing. Every moment from when he first woke up after losing his powers, we get the moment of him trying to use his powers that he had his whole life, the powers that made him feel like a god, and then the slow realization that he's been reduced to nothing, or what he perceives as nothing. We get the pathetic attempt of him begging for his life, absolutely defiling himself.
I'll fucking suck your dick, please. I'll do anything. You want me to eat shit? I'll eat your fucking shit.
A man so sick he developed one of the craziest god complexes I've ever seen, who always carried himself with his godlike presence, on his knees begging to do anything so the man whose life he ruined spares his life. It was fire, bro. It was a satisfying ending to Homelander and Butcher's arc that carried throughout the whole series. And there's a lot of people complaining who didn't understand Homelander's character at all. Like, there's really people out there saying, like, oh my god, Homelander lost his aura. He could have went out with more dignity than that.
Over there in Danville.
Bro, what aura, bro? Like, we see throughout the whole series, he had this false confidence hiding behind his powers. Like, if you didn't understand that Homelander was nothing without his powers, you just didn't understand the character at all. Like, A-Train said it at the beginning of the season. Take away your powers, where are you? We've seen time and time again how pathetic and insecure he is. The whole point of his character was like, what if we gave this man-child the powers of a god? Except for he's not a god, he's just a pathetic, sick, twisted man. And all that came to the forefront the moment he lost his powers. So yeah, bro, Homelander's death was really good. It's everything that led up to it that was the issue. Now, here's the part where I go on a rant, bro. I did enough glazing. Like, that's the only glaze you're going to get from me. Because when I tell you the Homelander and Butcher scene was so fucking stupid. Now, here's the part where I get frustrated, right? Literally, the whole basis of this show was Homelander being this impossible hurdle to get over. And the boys being our protagonists, you know, they're the underdogs of the story. They don't really have powers. The ones who do aren't really that strong. Certainly not Homelander's level. No one's Homelander's level. You know, time and time again, they come up with these elaborate plans to finally take him out. And they never work because he's just too strong. That was literally the whole point of the show. So now we on the final episode and they're like, okay, Homelander dies today. And me being an oblivious viewer, I'm thinking, okay, how are you gonna pull this off? I know that win condition is Kimiko's chest blast, but the issue is Homelander's too fast, too strong. He's not just going to sit there and let you hit him with it. So I'm thinking they got like this elaborate plan to like cook up to be able to hit him with that shit. Shit, maybe even Soldier Boy or Marie gonna show up to help. Bro, no, bro. Like, how do I tell you? Can you imagine how fucking appalled I was when literally Butcher and Kimiko bust through the fucking wall and walk in there and beat his ass? Are you fucking serious? Bro, this is where the crash out fucking starts, bro. Cause I'm still fucking pissed. Now I'm pissed again talking about it. It was so fucking dumb, bro. You telling me Butcher is standing there going toe to toe with Homelander? Realistically, what should have happened is Kimiko and Butcher would have walked in and Homelander absolutely speed blitzed the fuck out of them and he just explode all over the White House walls. That's realistically what should have happened. But instead, you want me to buy that Homelander and Butcher just having this intense fight. And Butcher's literally getting the best of him. Like, how fucking dumb is that? And then you got moments where Homelander's trying to kill Kimiko with his lasers. Something he literally did in the first episode of this season. Literally sliced her in half. I see people trying to make the argument that, oh, Kimiko got enhanced durability with her new power. Like, she got Soldier Boy durability now. Bro, literally in the scene right before this one, we see Kimiko getting fucking shot by bullets. And they're actually penetrating her and hurting her. She literally walked out of the room limping. I think, like, MM had to hold her up and shit. So, obviously, she don't got Soldier Boy durability because bullets don't affect this nigga. She still got the same level of durability, so I'm not hearing that shit. Homelander laser vision should have went right through her. Like, obviously his heat vision is more damaging than some fucking bullets, right? Okay, so let's just say in some crazy hypothetical world that I'm buying this shit, right? That Homelander is supposed to be in serious trouble here. Like, he can't beat Butcher and Kimiko. He's in real danger. So now his only option is to flee. So when he tries to do that, he can't fucking get away. Butcher's tentacles are literally fast enough to grab fucking Homelander out of the air. Literally in the same episode, we just seen this nigga go to space and back in 2 seconds. Bro, it was literally timed. Somebody timed it. I think the time came out to be like 2.5 seconds. We know how fast he is. We know how fast he can take off. And yet he moving slow as shit. And then he tried to make it more believable by throwing Ryan in there. Fucking Ryan? Yeah, he's Homelander's son, but we literally just seen Homelander no-diff this nigga a couple episodes ago. This might be one of the dumbest things I've ever seen, bro. Like, the showrunners really thought we was really that stupid to really sit here and believe this shit. And it's crazy because he had things set up for a finale that was believable. We literally had 2 seasons of a spin-off show just to introduce a character who was on Homelander's level. So instead of using her in the final fight against Homelander, they make some bullshit ass excuse like certainly she can't control her powers, something that happened off screen, by the way. And then he make a reason to write her off the show, like she has to drive the bus to fucking Canada to transport all these irrelevant ass people. Like, bro, I can't, bro. Like, I'm getting heated about this shit all over again. I would really like to know what the reason was behind not using Marie. Like, there gotta be something, right? Like, I don't get it. I can't begin to fathom why they would do something like that. This is what I was expecting. In a perfect world, we would have got this. Everything that's been shown throughout the show that was a threat to Homelander all comes at him in the final season. He just gets overwhelmed. Like, we introduced Soldier Boy, who was Homelander before Homelander. He's not as powerful, but he's the second strongest suit to ever live. If him and Homelander was to go one-on-one, Homelander would come out on top, but it wouldn't be easy. So you pair that up with giving Soldier Boy some help, Homelander wouldn't be able to handle that. Like, what I expected from this final season was Homelander to finally go scorch earth. A man who's just been barely keeping it together for the whole show. You know, he has random outbursts of violence. He might kill somebody here and there, but there's always the threat of him just causing absolute destruction, like wiping out cities, killing thousands of people. There was always the threat of him finally losing it and going apeshit. It would have been perfect if he went on a rampage, killed thousands of people, causing absolute devastation. That raises the stakes and creates a sense of urgency for the boys and for the viewers at home. Like, okay, Homelander has to go right now. So with that, people come to the boys' aid to stop him. Maybe have some military, but that's just more bodies for Homelander to kill. And it really just comes down to the boys, Soldier Boy, and Marie in a final showdown to stop him. And even then, that's still not without cost. Like, it's still not easy. We see some people make some sacrifice plays to pull it off. A couple characters die. Maybe instead of the last episode, Frenchie dies in this episode. That creates the emotional moment for Kimiko to hit him, filled with grief and rage and shit. Maybe a couple other characters die. I don't know. Marie, maybe something. But everybody has like a vital role in taking him out. And that's when we still get the scene with the depowered Homelander reduced to nothing, and he still gets his one-on-one scene with Butcher, you know, begging for his life, becoming this pathetic husk of a man, and we still get the satisfying ending with Butcher delivering the final blow. It was perfect, bro. It was right there. Instead, we get this steaming pile of dog shit. Now, I may be being a little bit too hard on it. Like, the series finale as a whole, it was pretty underwhelming, but it wasn't like offensively bad outside of that Homelander fight. But the rest of it was fine. Like, it wasn't that good, but it wasn't terrible. We've certainly seen worse. But yeah, that's just some of my thoughts on it. Like, I really want to know what y'all think. So go ahead, leave a comment. With that being said, I'm out, bro. Catch y'all boys in the next one.